Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I seriously am like goosebumps, really excited to share this stuff with you guys tonight. So, I have had quite an interesting journey with the law of attraction. So, some people call this the secret, the law of manifestation. Oh, there's lots of different names for it. So, I first learned about this when I was about 12 years old, and this was my experience. So, I'm reading a book. I learn about, the law of attraction, or you can create your life and the power of the mind. There's a lot of good movies and books out there about it. There is The Secret. There's What the Bleep Do We Know? So, hey guys, hey Ryan, hey DeRay. I should probably I'm like so excited. I'm jumping in. I should probably wait for a few more people to get on here. So I learned with the law of attraction what it is, and I was so excited as a 12-year-old. This is kind of an embarrassing story, but I had a very severe issue. I had a lot of warts on my feet. Okay, so I had ogre feet as a 12-year-old, and I mean they were bad. Probably 20 or more per foot. And they were just on my feet. They weren't on my legs or my arms or my hands, nothing. And we tried everything to get rid of my warts. I mean, we went to the doctor, we had them cut off, we had them burned off, we did a ton of stuff to try to get rid of these warts. And so I read this book about the law of attraction. You can create your life and all that, hippie stuff, right? The magical stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of these warts. So I got a little tiny mirror out, and I went into a room where no one would interrupt me or catch me, because what I was about to do was going to be a little bit cuckoo. And I looked at my eyes in the mirror, and I just talked to myself about how like warts can't survive on my feet and they just fall off, and they, I have the cleanest feet ever, and I like visualize like these beautiful petite female feet, right? Because how embarrassing to every time I go anywhere or do anything, take off my socks, to have these big old nasty warts on my feet, like ogre feet. No joke. It was so gross. And I'm not kidding you. We tried everything. So, I did this. I looked in the mirror and I did everything the book said, right? I just believed, and I put a vision and all this stuff. And I was 12, so it's not like I thought about it every day. I did that one time and I went about my day. About 3 weeks later, I took my socks off. I forget what we were doing, and I had no warts on my feet. I'm not kidding. They were gone. And since then, beautiful feet. You can't see them. But no warts on my feet, and I never had a wart again on my feet. Okay, that's not true. I did get a wart on the bottom of my foot, which was like different. But no more of the issue, like this epidemic. It was gone. So here I am. I'm 12, and I'm thinking, this stuff is real. This stuff is magical. It's amazing. It's life-changing. Everyone needs to know about it, right? Well, what quickly began to happen is what I see happen when kids stop believing in Santa Claus. So my mom growing up with Santa Claus, I like to use this example. She taught us that when we wrote our list to Santa, that they were suggestions, and that we told him all the different things that we would like, and then Santa Claus would look at the list and he would pick what he thought would be the most fun for us and the most doable and what would fit in his sleigh or whatever. Right? I don't remember the story. But in my mind, my list to Santa was always just a list of wants, like dreams, a suggestion, right? So on Christmas morning, if what I had exactly wrote down wasn't there, it never affected my belief. I still believed in Santa Claus because, Santa Claus, they're just suggestions. Well, I had another friend whose parents didn't teach them quite that version of Santa Claus. And I hope I'm not ruining the secret about Santa Claus right now with anybody. Everyone should be adults and know the real truth about Santa Claus. He's the spirit of Christmas. One of them. Okay, anyways. So, my friend was taught basically that if you wrote the list and Santa didn't bring what you put on the list, that Santa wasn't true, right? So she stopped believing way before I did because of the version, because of the expectation she had. So, law of attraction, when I'm 12, I believe in it. It works. I got rid of my warts, right? As I get older and older and older, I begin to develop a relationship with the law of attraction that's similar to my friend's version with Santa. I say I want something, I put it on my vision board. If it doesn't happen, it freaking doesn't work. And I've spent the last 3 or 4 years really bumping my head up against this whole The Secret, law of attraction stuff, believe in it will come, put it on the vision board, hold the energy, the space, visualize, all that stuff. I've spent close to 70 grand in the last 3 years attending workshops, paying for coaches, all sorts of different programs at home, in person, retreats, all sorts of stuff. And every guru has their own like magic sauce equation of how to create what you want, whether it be launching a business or a brand or money or the body or whatever it is. And I've tried so many of them and nothing ever really worked like the wart thing, right? I've been spending all this money and time trying to recreate what I did on accident when I was 12 when I made all the warts fall off my feet, okay? So I've been bumping my head up against this a lot. And, every guru has a very specific formula. I know one gentleman that he says you put 6 items on your vision board, 6 specific items. You stare at them every day for 3 minutes. Someone else, you do 3 items, and then below the items you put all the people that are supporting you, and then you stare at them for 10 minutes twice a day, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has a secret formula, and guess what? I have a secret. I have figured out why it works for some people and why it doesn't work for other people, and I'm excited to share it with you. So, I have a little whiteboard here to draw the diagram of creation for you. So here's the biggest issue I've made in this entire process is this. Right now on the top of my vision board that I've ripped all the stuff down off of, I can actually show it to you. It's right over there by my bed. I'm hiding in my room from my children. Right over there, it says, I am a creator. And there's a few things still left from when I was using it, but I ripped mostly everything else down. It says, I am a creator. Okay. Yes and no. Here's the big thing that a lot of people leave out when they're doing the law of attraction. Oh, snap, dog. You can't see it. I've got some reflection going on. Co-creator. We are a co-creator. And this is why. Because we're humans and we can't control everything. There's a certain element in an attraction or creation that is mystical, magical. That's why it's called The Secret. It's grace, okay? Grace, to me, that's spirit, that's higher power, all right? That's angels, that's all of the light workers that are supporting me on my vision and my mission, but it's grace. And I was leaving that out of the equation, okay? So I'm going to draw for you guys, and actually I think I'm going to use this one, because my board is too shiny. It's just too shiny. So we'll use a paper, okay? So this is what I figured out. Oftentimes, this is what I used to do. I would have this goal or this dream, right? Like, I'm going to have this bikini body. Let's say that's the example, okay? And I'm going to have this bikini body. And I have this idea and this vision. And I believe if I have a desire, a righteous desire, a desire that's going to help me expand and grow as an individual, it's a healthy desire, that it was placed in me because it's possible for me to experience that. And it's almost like it's already mine. Like it's out there waiting for me, okay? So I have this desire to have this healthy, fit body, okay? And I would think of it in my mind, and I believe that that dream was given to me by my creator, by my higher power. This dream, this desire, okay? This healthy, righteous desire, okay? It's given to me by my creator. What I would then do is I would go and in my little human mind with my limited capacity and ability to comprehend and understand and my limited knowledge, I would go through my reservoir of knowledge and reservoir. Hi, Sarah Phillips. And I would try to decide what I would do to create it. And I would, say the body thing. All right. I'm going to work out twice a day. I am going to, and I would create this big, massive list of things I was going to do to create it and make it happen. And the whole time, through the whole process, now leaving out grace, leaving out inspiration. So this is what I have drawn for us. This is how we create a life by design. Ooh, it's probably going to be spelled backwards for you. Hopefully you can read in mirror. I love you, Sydney. So, the seed is the goal or the vision, okay? The garden, the whole garden you're envisioning, like your whole life, that's the dream. That's like a dream board where it's limitless. Like you don't put a cap on it. You just dream, 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 dream. One single seed, this is one vision or one goal. We're going to use the example of a fit body, okay? So I have this one goal, this one vision, this one thing that I'm wanting to create. I take the seed, that's the desire, I'm so excited, and I plant it in the soil, okay? You see? Soil there. So what is the soil? What does the soil represent? The soil represents your belief in its ability to happen. It's the energy, the space that you hold. This is the law of attraction, right? Where they say, do affirmations, say I'm amazing every day 10 times, okay? And I'm poking fun of it only because I've spent hours and hours doing affirmations and haven't manifested jack shit, okay? And this is why I was missing something very important, okay? The soil, that's the energy, the space that you're holding. All of those things, vision boards, meditation CDs, affirmations, personal development, reading, journaling, blah, blah, blah. Those are all tools for your soil. There's not a one secret formula for everyone. That's the secret. There's not. And so how do we know what our soil needs? Well, our soil needs all the rocks taken out of it. Okay, those are all the bullshit stories in your head about why you're not good enough or you don't deserve it or why you can't have it. Okay, you got to get all of that out of your soil. There's a lot of tools for that. There's energy therapists, there's counseling, there's journaling, there's lots of emotional processes for releasing negative emotions and past stories and limiting beliefs, okay? Lots of tools, all right? So you get the negative crap out. Good. Then you got to fertilize your soil. Well, guess what? Tony Robbins uses cow manure. This person uses duck manure. This person uses this manure. And guess what? Everybody's soil is different. Where you're at today is a unique soil. And what you need for your unique seed is going to be different than what I need. That's why we're called to different speakers and books and resources at different times, because our soil is in a different place. So that's why when you go out and you find a guru and you're like, you know what? I'm going to copy them. And you copy them and you do exactly what they're doing. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Well, because your soil needed something different than what theirs did. But because you weren't in tune with inspiration, you were trying to replace your connection with your creator through this other person or this guru, you missed out and you didn't catch it. You didn't hear it. You didn't hear the message of what it was that you were meant to do for your soil. So in every single step of the process now, we insert inspired. Every action we take is inspired action. And then the law of creation can finally work. It's good stuff, huh? Okay, there's more. Next, we have to water the seed. Now, watering the seed, this is your action you're committed to, your daily action. So for fitness, this would be, I'm going to commit to working out daily, okay? Now, if I just, again, with my limited human earthly experience and knowledge, try to do this by myself, separate from inspiration, from connection to my higher power, and my angels, whatever you believe in your belief system, universe, whatever, okay, from love, and I do it disconnected from that, I'm not going to know what action I need. Maybe my body needs yoga and someone else's body needs like high intensity interval training, or they need to train to run a marathon, right? Maybe that's what they need. Hey, Nancy, thank you. I like your name, by the way. Everybody is different. Okay? Well, if we're not taking inspired action, we won't know what it is we're meant to do. Ever. Maybe someone needs to do this pH diet. Maybe someone needs to do vegetarian, vegan. Maybe someone else needs to do a juice cleanse or a water fast or this or this or this or this or this. But guess what? If you spend all day on Google for your answers rather than God for your answers, you're never going to manifest what you want. And that's what I was doing. I would get the inspiration initially from my higher power, from God, of what I was supposed to do and what I was supposed to create. And then I would go out by myself and try to do it all alone. I'm fat and I need to work out. All right, David Perry. Hey, Beverly, good stuff. You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning so you're with it. But yes, good stuff. So here we go. The water. This is the action that we are meant to take. This is the daily action. So working out, eating healthy, whatever it is that it's inspired. Okay, inspired. The sun. What does the sun represent? Any guesses? The guesses are going to come after I already tell you because of the way that this works. But it's grace. The sun, again, is grace. It's the element we cannot control. We cannot control God or timing. So there's a lot of things that mess up this process, and I wish I had time to get into every single one of them, but I'm going to touch on my favorites. One way you can kill your seed, your vision, your dream, your goal, and you can break the law of attraction. Here's the truth. The law is never broken. You are. And I should say that to myself because I can see myself. Nancy Ray, the law is never broken. You are. Okay? So it's true. This law, this works. It's like gravity. You have to learn how to orient yourself to it. All right. So what you do is, okay, I'm going to share with you things we do that mess it up. One thing we do is we compare our garden. We're watering our little seed. We've got the inspiration of what the goal needs to be next for our highest and best good. We get the inspiration of how we can take care of our soil. We get the inspiration of the action steps that we need to take. And then what do we do? Then we start looking over at little goody two-shoes Susie or Josie or whoever the heck it is, and their plant's already growing, and they planted their seed 2 weeks after we planted our seed, and that's not fair, and why isn't it working? And we start comparing our seed. We start comparing our time frame. We start comparing our actions, and we start looking at everybody else, and why is it working for them, and why isn't it working for me? And then we go back, and we start putting rocks in our soil and weeds in our soil, and our poor little seed gets choked out because of the bullshit stories in our head. We go, oh, see, look, it never works out for me. It only ever works out for them. Well, that's not fair. Why isn't it ever my turn to make money or to be fit or to be skinnier? Oh, she was born that way. It's in her genes. It's just not fair. Why do I have to do all this work? We complain, we complain, we complain, and we kill our freaking seed. We kill it. And then we whine and complain, the law of attraction doesn't work. No, you just don't work. Here's the truth. Your soul's goal is not to be 115 pounds. I don't even know. Like, one of my legs weighs 115 pounds. The goal of your soul is not to make $10,000 a month. The goal of your soul is to expand. Period. And to grow. So if you choose to do that by learning a lot about lack and limitation, that's just fine. But I would like to learn about it through prosperity and abundance and joy. I don't know about you. I mean, you're still going to experience the hard stuff, but it's a lot more fun to experience the hard stuff when you got a bunch of money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Elizabeth. All right. So that messes us up when we compare our garden to other people. Another thing, this is what I did a lot. I was so attached to my seed, so excited to make it happen. Like, I want this goal, like, so bad, I'm going to make it happen, that I would overwater my seed. So I would have a morning routine. I'm not kidding you. There was a time there for about a year where I had a morning routine that was 3 hours and included my workout, my personal development, my affirmations, my vision board, my this, my that, blah, blah, blah. And I drowned my freaking seed. I killed it. I overwatered it. And then the other thing, when you obsess about your goal, when you weigh in every day or after you eat something, you know what I'm talking about, ladies. Or you work out and then you weigh yourself. Seriously, that's not going to do it. That's not how it works. Learn about your body. I've done this, okay? You go do that, and then you obsessively are weighing and checking in, looking at your banking account, la 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 la. Guess what you do? What would happen if you were standing over this poor little seedling? You block the sun. That's what you do. Grace never gets a chance to play. And guess what? You want to know the shortcut to all your goals? It's God. It's grace. It's inspiration. It's shortcut. Shortcut. Boom. Boom. That's when you have naturally occurring plants in your garden that are beautiful and that produce fruit without you even making any effort. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Amazing. I love it. So, here's what you got to do. What you gets to do if you want. You have to let it go. If you stand over your seed, you crowd it, and you block out the sun, it can never get there. And if you overwater the poor thing, you're going to kill it. We only take inspired action. We only take inspired action. When you're inspired to do something, then you take the action. If you're not inspired to take the action yet, guess what? It's not time. That's another law, the law of gestation. Okay? If you don't see pregnant women at 20 weeks pregnant trying to induce labor. Why? Because they don't want a fetus. They want a baby. Right? They want a baby that's alive, that's healthy, that's happy, that can survive outside of the womb. You want your dreams to survive outside of your womb, or they will die. When we try to force stuff prematurely, we kill it. We kill it. So, law of gestation, guess what? Your seed's different than my seed. Whatever the goal is, whatever, okay? Maybe I'm growing a bamboo plant, and a lot's going on under the surface, but it takes 5 years before you see any evidence of the work. So what I'm saying is, you know what? If you got something you're working on, keep on working on it. You don't know when it's going to show up. But I do know this. You want a shortcut? Get back into inspiration. And at every step of the way, check in. Hey, is this, I would really like to create this. Is this the best next goal for my highest and truest good? Yes. Awesome. I want to plant this seed. All right, good. I'm preparing my soil. What do I need to change in myself and my environment to move forward today? You're inspired to do something, you go do it. You don't sit there by yourself and journal and make up a list all by yourself. No, you connect to inspiration. And then when we're making our daily action, we check in. What do I need to do to get fit? You need to go see the doctor. Maybe you have a thyroid issue. Who knows? But guess who knows? Your higher power knows. Your higher power knows it all and knows what's in your best and highest good. And I always release it. Always. Okay, this is a new thing for me. But what I do now is I release it. I love it and I release it. And I say thank you for it, this dream that I have. And you let it go. And you say, I want this or something better. I want this or something better. Just like my list with Santa Claus. I gave list to Santa, this or something better. Okay? So good. I hope you guys are loving this as much as I am. I'm pretty obsessed with this. We have to remember that we're co-creating. We're not creating this by ourselves. And it's going to be the shortcut to change. Realize that there's not one perfect solution for everybody. That we all have, good night, David, that we all have the opportunity to really figure out what works for us. So as far as vision board goes, maybe vision board's your thing. Maybe a dream board's your thing. Maybe a mind movie's your thing. Look up mindmovie.com. It's really cool. You know, and I do want to do a quick shout out right here at the end, because if you've listened all the way to the end, then you're pretty cool, or I'm really entertaining, or both. But you know, I was watching some girls women that are from the same city I grew up in, Idaho Falls, that did a really beautiful law of attraction class, and I listened to different parts of it. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing. It was about 45 minutes long. Pretty amazing women out there that are their goals to touch lives and spread good juice. Women that really understand the law of attraction. There's so much to go into this as far as creation. Anytime we want to create anything, there's feminine and masculine energy, right? And we get to learn how to surrender, which is a feminine energy, a receiving energy, to our higher power, which is the masculine energy. And I'm going to go into this in a lot more depth. So I'm going to be doing a class on this exact thing right here, where we're going to sit down and we're going to build out your plan. I'm going to be doing it live on Facebook next Wednesday night. It'll probably be about 2 hours long, so plan for it in your schedule if you want to be there. We're going to build out your plan to the point where you have your daily action steps, and every time checking in, being in tune, and so you can craft your plan for creating and manifesting what you want. Remembering that some people think, oh, I just need to sit here and think money, 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 and checks will come in the mail. That's not the way it works. You do have actions that you're required to take. Sometimes you have naturally occurring stuff in your garden, and that's beautiful. But oftentimes, we need to take action. When you feel inspired to make that phone call, do. Being open. I love what Wayne Dyer says. A friend of mine reminded me of this yesterday. Be open to everything and attached to nothing, and truly letting it go and surrendering it. So if you want to come to that class, it's going to be next Wednesday. If you want to come in person, it's in Boise. It's a $10 donation at the door. If you don't have $10, which I've totally been there, then you can just watch it live, Facebook from home. So it's going to be in person. If you want to attend that, it's in Boise. The link is in the description above, so you can go and you can reserve your seat. There's only going to be 30 seats, so it's a small room. So if you want to do that, run grab one of those. You don't have to pay right now. You just pay when you attend, when you show up. And the location, the actual location in Boise is still in flux. It will be announced probably in the next couple days, and it would be fun to have you guys there. So good stuff. If you just have joined us, go back and watch the beginning because you'll get the full spectrum. Again, I've got like 4 more pages here that I didn't, that's the 2 hour. We don't have time to go into it all right now. But I've been learning a lot about this through my own trial and error, and I'm just jazzed I got to share it. So if you've been with me the whole time, thank you for listening, and I love you guys. I really do. So I hope you found value in this. Share it with anybody that you know that needs it. And next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I will see you here. That's September 7th. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.